Welcome back to another reaction for I Became Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in Class, episode 5.
明日の委員長決め、海ちゃん推薦していい？私も海ちゃんがいい。任せてくれるなら頑張るよ。
Oh, they were not even always friends. By the way, those heads are massive.
ちょっと用事あるから、2人で帰ってて。何？私、浅凪海っていうの。あなたは？私は天海優です。優ちゃんっていうのね。何年生？3年生。最近引っ越してきて。どうして一人で帰ってるの？同じクラスの友達は？友達は、いない？私、転校する前からみんなに避けられてて。
Why?
髪とか目の色が違うからって。だからこっちでもそうなっちゃうんだって思って怖くて。そうなんだ。じゃあこれからは私と一緒に帰りましょう。浅凪さん。海でいいよ。私も今からユウって呼ぶし。海ちゃん。そうして私とユウは晴れて友達になった。
Okay, interesting. So, I mean, it makes sense that they were not always friends, because duh. But what was more interesting is that these two were Umi's friends first. Umi became friends with you, probably integrated her into the little friend circle, and these two then started hanging out with her more and didn't want to hang out with Umi anymore. I don't know why.
それがこの話の始まり。
No, 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 no. No opening bad, opening copyright.
3年1組の天海優って言います。よろしくお願いします。
Oh yeah, people bully me because my eyes and hair are different. Green-haired girl. Even Umi has like reddish eyes. So they don't seem that different. I feel like blonde is not necessarily even that exotic in contrast to literally green.
よろしくね、ゆうちゃん。よろしく。すごい綺麗、かわいい。よかったね、ゆう。ありがとう。海のおかげで新しいお友達が2人もできちゃった。それからのゆうはそのとびきりの笑顔でみんなを明るく照らしていった。そこまではとても順調だった。
Okay.
そのはずだったのに、おかしいなと思い始めたのは中等部に進級したあたりの頃。海また一緒のクラスでよかった。さなえちゃんとまなかちゃんは離れちゃったね。お昼ご飯は集まって食べようね。はいはい。ゆうちゃんは相変わらずだね。あんまり海ちゃんにべったりだと中等部からの編入生に笑われるぞ。そっか、今日からは知ってる子ばっかりじゃないんだ。いつも通りで大丈夫だよ、ゆうは。天海ゆうです。
Okay, I mean, she's doing very well. It is understandable as a child, you are very susceptible to some of these experiences. She was pretty down on herself. She was scared about trying to open up to people. But she came out and, everything is going well. However, somehow these two friends don't want to hang out with Umi anymore. I also wonder, normally in this type of friend group, because Umi and you, they are very close. So you get some new friends, let's say 2 new friends here on the left, maybe the ones. And she's inviting them to go out with Umi and these two, right? So normally you would then slowly but surely become friends with these two as well, right? Everyone would become friends with one another. I feel like it is very rare for there to be 2 people who are friends and they each know people that do not mingle at all. You know? Sure, not everyone is going to do that, but that no one is trying to be Umi's friend is a little bit weird.
あれが適正。私も任されればできるけど、目立つのが得意ってわけじゃないんだよな。可愛いね、あの子。芸能人みたい。ああいう子と友達だと自慢できそう。その時はまだその言葉の意味がわからなかった。でも3年生に上がる頃にはさすがに私も分かってきた。
So I assume the problem is that she was telling people off. Because she didn't like that people just used her reputation to then just claim to be friends to increase their own reputation. They just wanted to tailgate? No. To ride her tailwind, right?
あの子がゆうちゃんの親友だって。へえ、案外普通っていうか、ゆうちゃんと釣り合ってなくない？学年のリーダー的存在になったゆうの一番の友達。誰もが私の立ち位置を羨んでいたってことに。
Why? This is a part I cannot empathize with. I have no idea how this is even a thing. I just wanted to be friends with people I wanted to be friends with. I did not care about what people thought of me or my friends because I just liked my friends because they were my friends and I did not care about the people that were at the top or whatever.
そうだ、来週の土日って予定ある？映画の招待券ちょうど4枚もらったんだ。最近あんまり遊べてなかったし、ユウも誘っていかない？あー、ごめん、来週はきついかも。私もごめんね、海ちゃん。
This I don't understand.
いいよいいよ。
This I have.
ユウだけ誘うのも
I
なん
understand
だ
this even less.
し。ま、一人で行くのもいいか。ユウちゃん、こっちこっち。ごめん、待った。遅いよ。かわいいな。海も来られたらよかったのにな。用事があるって言ってたんだよね。うん。海ちゃん、最近勉強に集中したいらしくって、遊ぶの我慢してるんじゃないかな。海が成績気にするなら、私なんてどうなっちゃうの？
I don't understand. I'm too stupid to understand because if their goal is, hey, we want to be the best friend of you, then you are fighting against one another as well, right? So just leaving Umi out is not going to help you. You still have to defeat each other. there's only one spot for best friend. How about you just be a good friend of her? Just hang out with her. Is it really that important to be the best friend, right? If you always hang out with one another, which you could, you would also be next to her all the time, right? I don't know.
とりあえずここまでが高校に入る前の話かな。そんな。じゃあ進路変更をした時学費がきついからって言ったのは嘘だよ。もっともらしい理由はつけたけど本当はただ逃げたかっただけなんだ。まあ結局ユウもついてきちゃったけど。だって海は私の親友じゃん。サナエちゃんとマナカちゃんも大事だけど、でも私にとっての一番は海だもん。
I mean, it is very hard to replace Umi. Mostly because she is the one that helped you at her lowest. So Umi is always going to be somewhat special to her, regardless of what happens. So, and this is, quite honestly, if I found out two people were lying to me in this fashion, I would be very unhappy.
それが多分ダメだったんだよ。ユウにそう言われるのは嬉しいけど、でも逆にそれがあだになっちゃった。実はさ、サナエとマナカの2人には卒業式の時に聞いたんだよね。私以上にユウと仲良くなりたかったから、そう2人は言ったの。
Okay, I don't know. Try to sleep with her? I have no idea. What bullshit is this? Also, it wouldn't work, right? It just wouldn't work because the whole point, the whole idea is we want to be closer to her than you are by lying. That is essentially what we are doing. We are lying, and we have to continue lying. We have to uphold these lies to potentially be closer to her than you are. And then hope that the lies never come up. And if they unravel, which lies normally do, especially the bigger the lies are, then you have to hope that she's not going to be mad at you, right? And this is all under the assumption that you are even going to be at a higher spot, which you didn't succeed in, so you lied for nothing. For even if it worked, what then? You are closer to her than Umi, and that is going to do what? What did you achieve?
当時のユウって人気者ではあったけど、プライベートの交友関係はほぼ私一人だったから、他のクラスメイトから羨ましがられたりしてたんだよね。知ってた？いつもは私に話しかけてくれた子が、気づけばユウの方ばっかりに話しかけるようになってたんだよ。
じゃあ、天海さんに俺のことを言わなかったのは？
うん、頑張って作った友達を取られたくないって思っちゃったから。
I mean, that was the big assumption. Not only friend, but also potential love interest. I mean, she did try to do all of this without really talking to you. Which is rare, she was also trying to talk it out with the other two friends and see what is going on. Again, very rare. Conflict resolution in anime. I just don't understand why everyone is like this. I can understand maybe a couple people that want to do that, especially guys. I could understand. Now they did go to an all-girls school, so no guys there. But I feel like there would be a lot of people who wouldn't do this, right? Because in essence, it doesn't really do much. Even if you become friends with you, and what do you get? I would understand if it was romantically. That would be fine, okay. But trying to use Umi just to reach you for no apparent reason? At least not one I can understand.
ねえユウ、私のこと好き？当たり前じゃん。初めて会った時からずっと大好きな親友だよ。私もユウのこと今でも本当に大好き。でもそれと同じくらいユウのことが嫌いかな。海。
This is one of those classic anime things which they rarely make sense. What do you mean you love and hate her? You only love her unless you're stupid. Then, yeah, if you're stupid, you would hate her. Because she didn't do anything. It's not her that did the stuff to hurt you. It's all the people around. And if you really did not like her, you could have always, at any point, just stop the friendship. Right? You had the choice, but your choice was to not stop the friendship. So you can't really hate her, can you?
ごめん。ちょっと頭冷やしてくる。海、待って。
天海さん、俺朝凪を追いかけるよ。
マキ君。
あいつとはまだ話したいこともあるし。よっ。何黄昏れてんだよ。らしくないぞ。
うるさい。
朝凪はやっぱりすごいやつだよ。よく今まであれだけのものを背負い込んだまま普通にいられたよ。頑張ったよ、朝凪は。偉い。
そうだよ。私はよく頑張ったんだよ。だからもっと私のこと褒めてよ。
I totally forgot about her. Gonna be honest. She's like the third wheel that is there and is going to be important in some way, but not important enough to be used right now. Also, they met her in high school, right? She was able to get the third position before any of the other girls were, right? I do wonder if she is similar to them or if she is normal. You know, she's like, I like you, I like Umi, because it's always nice to have a balance. You is very positive, very energetic, and Umi, she's a little bit more subdued. Maybe, I don't know if she's pessimistic, but maybe realistic. You know, you have a good balance there. So you can, whatever floats your boat, because you are not going to be happy every day or full of positivity. So maybe you don't want to be close to you because you had a bad day. You don't want to blow up on her just because she's positive. So you hang out with Umi instead. And with her, you may be able to talk about it easier. Stuff like that. Or maybe you have a really bad day, but you need a little bit more positivity, so you go with you. That kind of deal. Or is she similar to the other mentally ill? I don't know. That just want to be at your side for some reason?
ゆうちん、なんか浸ってた？考え事。あら、珍しい。私、もっとちゃんと考えないとダメみたい。
Again, she didn't do anything. In my opinion, she is fine. She should just continue how she is. It's the people around her that should be more mindful.
最低だ私。本当もう最悪。
浅葱は自分のことが嫌いなのか？
当たり前じゃん。結局私は優に自分がやられて嫌だったことをやったんだよ。前原とのこと秘密にして嘘ついて自分だけ楽しく遊んで。どうしたらいいと思う？
一旦距離を置いた方がいいかなって思ってる。
それは？
俺と浅葱、天海さんと浅葱が仲直りしたいとお互いに思っていて、それに時間がかかるなら俺はそっちを優先してほしい。二人で遊ばなくなるってだけで友達をやめようって言ってるわけじゃないから。
でもそれじゃ。
一緒のクラスだから毎日顔は合わせるし、メッセージのやり取りだって続けられるし、実行委員でちょっと仲良くなったって口実もあるから、クラスで話したとしても言い訳も。
自分のことだけわーっと話しすぎ。私の話もちゃんと聞いてね。
ごめん。
前原、正直な気持ち聞かせて。私と遊べなくなったら寂しい？
寂しいよ。そんなの決まってる。
これからも私とこの関係を続けた。
No? Maybe? I mean, this is a little trap, right? But I assumed what he wanted to say was that maybe Umi and you need a little bit time apart. I don't even see the reason why he should be apart from her. Because this is not going to solve the issue. Or the situation. After a couple of days, maybe a week, Umi and you could then go and sit together and have a little talk. Right? But yeah, there's no reason for these two to split up.
続けたいし、浅葱には天海さんとちゃんと仲直りしてほしい。
それだいぶ無理ゲーじゃん。でもそうだね、前原の気持ちは分かったよ。ありがとね、正直に教えてくれて。
そりゃどうも。で、どうするか決まった？
まだちょっと迷ってるけど。
So no love interest. Everyone needs a support boyfriend, not boyfriend, right? Also, I would have liked for him to say, whenever she was asking, do you want us to stay this way? To be like, yeah, maybe not.
マキ君とずいぶん仲良しさんになったんだね。
うん。こうなったのはつい最近だけど、 でも大切な友達だよ。
それって私よりも？
どっちも同じくらい大事。優劣なんかないよ。ユウ、今まで黙ってて本当にごめんなさい。
本当だよ。海のバカ！私ずっと怖かったんだから。もしかしたら海はもう私のことなんか友達じゃないって思ってるのかもしれないって。マキ君の方が頭もいいし優しいし。
ごめんねユウ、親友にそんな思いさせちゃって。私本当にバカだ。
それなら私だってそうだよ。海の悩みに気づいてあげられなくてずっと海に頼りっぱなしで。だから私も謝らないと。
ユウ、私ね、しばらく前原とは距離を置こうと思ってるんだ。
マキ君、本当にそれでいいの？
Why? We just made up. Why? Oh, huh? I thought the whole point was to have this little distance so she can make up with you again. And now you did, so why are you distancing yourself? Also, weird that people are like, friends are binary. If you have friends, you can't have other friends. You can have a lot of friends.
俺は浅葱の考えを尊重しようと思う。
そっか。海もマキ君も揃いも揃って本当にバカなんだから。
ごめんねユウ、でもそうでもしないと私自身が前に進めない気がするから。口だけの親友じゃなくて、ユウと本当に対等の友達になるために。
海、本気なんだね。
うん、今回ばかりは嘘じゃないよ、絶対に。
もうしょうがないな。なんてそんなのダメに決まってんじゃん。だってそれじゃマキ君がかわいそうじゃん。マキ君だって海と遊びたいのに私が独り占めなんて。そんなの私とマキ君の立場が入れ替わっただけじゃん。そんなのダメだよ、絶対。
でもそれじゃあ今と何も。
もう大丈夫。その代わりに私から2人にお願いしたいことがあるから。
Start dating. Maybe? I'm on your side. I don't see the point of them splitting up. It has nothing to do with anything else. Really. It's not like he is popular and you deprive him of friends. I don't know. The only thing I could see is that maybe to find out what the relationship between these two is really. But we do not have any real inkling on the romance. There are tiny specks, but nothing really going on right now. Right?
私と友達になりたいならまずは今から言うお願いを聞いて。
あいつ
仲良く手をつないで文化祭を回ってね。ちゃんと楽しまないとダメだよ。
ああいうやつだと思わなかった。
I mean, she's a wing woman, right? This again is a little bit more in the direction of romance. The biggest thing we had was her staying over. So this is at least pushing it a little bit further. Now this is not what normally friends would do. However, you is a little bit stupid. So maybe she's like, Umi is my best friend, and I would like to go with her through the festival holding hands, like good friends do. So you, as good friends, do the same.
罰ゲームとか思われてるんだろうな。似たようなもんだけど。
ミーナ、何撮ってんの？後で送るね。こら、
後で絶対デコピンしてやる。
お化け屋敷だって。入ろう。
俺そういうの
He's going to
割
get
と
scared,
苦手なんだけど。
B 級ホラー大好きなくせに何言ってんの？
Fair enough, fair enough. How can you be a fan of like horror if you don't like scary things? On the other hand, it's probably a whole real versus fictional.
置いてかないで朝だぎ。
前原、期待通りすぎ。
この白状者。
どうぞ。
We are supposed to hold hands.
ここからも見えるね。モザイクアート。こうして見るとやっぱり立派だよね。
Yeah, this is. I feel like you could put this on your resume that you did that in high school. Because that, I feel like, takes a lot of work.
頑張ったって俺たち。
本当に優勝できたりして。
こうしていろいろあった文化祭も無事終わって、いつものでいい？
でも今日は牛乳と砂糖をうんと入れてほしいかな。
わかった。じゃあ
I mean, would you classify this as an after date? I feel like this depends on the distance between these people. Because friendship is nice and all, but friendship can develop into a romance, right? So the question is, at what point would this count as an after-school date? Even if you were friends, but it's just a meetup? Or is it after someone is more interested in the other person and this then turns into dates? They are alone for like the afternoon, evening, snacks, playing, watching movies. Feels like a date.
俺も同じにしようかな。
A little bit less like a date now. Unless we go for 3 people relationship. Then it would be a date again.
気にしないで。私空気だから。仲良く手をつないで文化祭を回ってね。ちゃんと楽しまないとダメだよ。そんな。
今から？
あともう一つ。
お？
海とマキくんの秘密のお遊び。私見てみたいな。
I'm just imagining if they were to make out, what she would say then. The only thing we have close to that is her sleeping in his bed, essentially. I do wonder what she would say then. Also, you know, she just wants to know what they do whenever they are only 2. But they can't really showcase how they behave, because even though you want to be hidden, they know you are here. They know you are watching, so it's hard to change their behavior.
ちょっとそれ待った。見逃して。
やだ。
すみません。うちの手が勝手に。
この野郎。
あ
れ浅凪さんどうしました？調子悪いんすか？
もうワンセットじゃボケ。
はいはい、いいっすよ。
なあ、もうやめ。二度とやらんわこんなん。
次の挑戦をお待ちしております。
やろう。次こそはギャフンと言わせてやるんだから。 来週までに首洗って待ってろよ。
いいよ。来週でもいつでも受けて。あ、
ああ、もう。どうしたの？空気の私に何か用？
Reminds me of Casper.
ゆう、ごめん。やっぱり前原と遊ぶのすごく楽しいや。しばらく会わないとかそんなの今の私には無理だ。絶対に。私の週末の時間だけど、このまま前原にあげちゃってもいい？ゆうを寂しくさせちゃうのは申し訳ないけど。
いいよ。その分これからはもっと海に甘えさせてもらうから。それでもっともっといろんなこと話そう。
分かった。ありがとね、ゆう。
さてと、邪魔な空気はもう消えるね。
それじゃあ私も一緒に。
海はマキくんともうちょっとゆっくりしてからにしなよ。マキくんもそっちの方が嬉しいよね。
いや、今日は疲れたし、別にもう。
嬉しいよね。
あ、はい。
Did you just black out everything, or is it really getting dark? Because your mom, I feel like, is not going to like this.
前原、大丈夫？
ああ、ちょっと鼻がムズムズしただけ。
大丈夫じゃないじゃん。寒いなら寒いって言えばいいのに。ほら、こっち。えじゃないでしょ。入れてあげるからおいでって言ってんの。
お邪魔します。
反対側持って。ねえ、前原。
何？
マキって呼んでいい？
海がそうしたいなら。いて。なんで？
マキのくせに生意気だから。
なんて理不尽な。名前で呼んだだけだろ。
私はそういう女の子だからしょうがないんです。
あのさ、海。恥ずかしいからこういうことあまり言わないんだけど、今みたいに笑ってる海は誰にも負けないくらい。
Okay. I mean, she was like pushing a little bit, offering a bit of a more intimate relationship, just a tiny bit. But it seems like he is going on the offensive, which really rare for an introvert.
可愛いと思う。
ねえ、マキ。
何？
やっぱりマキって私のこと好きでしょ。
じゃあ来週あたり天海さんとどうなったか教えてくれ。
また来週ね。
Okay. At least he escorted her home.
ねえ、マキ。
何？
私のこと好き？
それはどういう意味でしょう？じゃあ逆に海は俺のことを好きなのかよ。さっきの質問の意味ってそういうことなんだぞ。
そう言われると難しくはあるけど、私はマキのこと好きじゃないかもしれない。
Yet.
私はマキのこと好きじゃなくて、大好きだから。
Sure.
唇の方は私のこと好きって言ってくれたらね。じゃあまた来週ね。
だからそういうのずるいって。
I mean, more progress than a lot of other shows have. Which, a little bit unfair to say, because nowadays romances do like to have some progress. It is somewhat rare to have those non-committed romances going. We still have not seen much of Nina. We have not explored her character at all. Even though it feels like she's going to be important. She's going to be a main character. I also wonder, are we going to see the other characters developing some relationship? Or is this only between Umi and our boy? Also, I mean, I don't really know how you would make it fitting for someone to explore their feelings. Because she clearly states, okay, she likes him. Now he's in a position where he needs to dive deeper and understand what is his feeling of her. And I do wonder how you would showcase that. Because a lot of shows have like, it's more or less that both of them like each other already before something happens. And it is very rare for one person to like the main character and the main character then having to find out if they like this one person. In most of these cases, the main character likes a different person and is then going to be like, I like XYZ, I can't be together with you.